Alrighty, Karibu Rafiki to the art of communication, where matters of the heart is authentically expressed without the need to be right or wrong. We're just gonna get to the point, Rafiki, because I've been actually trying to put this message out for quite some time. Actually, let me rephrase that. I have not personally been taking the time to delay this message. However, there has been some resistance in regards to actually me getting in front of the lens and personal reasons. But the chosen knows what goes on. You know, we're constantly are transmuting and transforming. So sometimes other things get prioritized. However, spirit doesn't let us rest until certain duties are done. So therefore we can continue on to the next before things start getting piled on top of each other, if that makes sense. Anyways, so pretty much right now the Holy Spirit wanted me to come here and let those that can hopefully can hear me, because they are children enjoying their lives. And you know, I'm just also enjoying being outdoors and just relaxing and whatnot. But gentle reminder is that you're actually okay and you're doing great. Don't overanalyze anything that is happening right now. And hopefully my voice doesn't sound too crazy or too much, because this thing is actually like right here. And I want to be able to be heard over the background noises. But anyways, let's dive in, right? So we are in this phase of life. We are in, like, so some of you guys, I know y'all have heard of the shift and things of that nature, but the shift is not something that's like going to take place anymore, as the shift has already shifted. So where we are now is in a space and a time of integration. So if you go back and take a look at some of my previous videos, you will be able to see that I talked about how the egg has dropped. And with the egg has dropped, you know, with it dropping and things of that nature, it means we have reached a completion. So there are like justice and judgment here on this plane, all going on at the same damn time, if that makes sense. So being in a space of integration, in this phase, like, we are being asked to be patient and to slow down, like all the way the fuck down, if you haven't. And really, more than anything, this, if you're planning on having like a hot girl, hot boy somewhere, like, you better sit your ass down and really integrate and dive deeper within. So this phase is asking us to honestly, not even seek, but rather just become and be, if that makes sense, right? So where we usually would be on the go and searching and seeking and needing and wanting and all these things, you don't have to do that in this phase. You don't have to do that right now. If anything, integration requires, like, it allows us not only to take accountability, but it also allows us to actually practice what we preach or what we know, if that makes sense, you know? And which is truly an exciting time. However, it could also be extremely scary for those that have never been shown the way, which is most of us. And most of us that have also been living in our shadows, right? Because we know that only 5% have gone beyond the mind. So 95% of society is in a big shock right now. Literally. Like, imagine if you have been wearing a mask or pretending or running or whatever, and then you come to a hard stop with no warning, with no nothing, because those that operate out of fear are usually not connected to source anyways to begin with. So the hit is going to be a hard fall, right? So with that being said, the reminder here is we're in a space of integration. So that requires us to do things that we've never done before. And it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel fake and funky. You know, the next man next to you might judge you or have an input on what to say or whatever the case may be. But also remember that not all healers have healed. And not all healers are seeking even healing, because every healer needs healing, so therefore every healer should have a healer. But some people are operating out of fear and projecting their fears onto others through the name of love or through the name of healing. So in this phase of life also, y'all need to be careful on seeking any direction outside of yourself, because this tower moment, this shock, this shabang, shaboom, whatever you want to call it, is happening before everyone. It's happening to you, it's happening with everyone else. So therefore, don't let those that wear their fear better than you appear to be like, because what glitters isn't always gold. So anyways, so right now is really a time to turn inward. Trust yourself more than ever, because a lot of people are actually operating out of fear right now. And that's why it's important through this transit to sit y'all asses down. I really wanted to say your black asses, but I got everyone on here, but everyone from all shades of wheat. Just make sure that you really prioritize yourself, your mental wellness, because people are definitely crashing out and people are definitely speaking their truth. You know what I mean? Mercury's retrograde and we know what that governs. Saturn is retrograding and we also know what that governs, and so on. And for those that don't, if you are feeling the feelings that you usually don't feel and you want to run from them, just sit your ass down and feel the feels, because the only way to really heal is through the feelings. You can't really ignore them. So I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be before you. Honestly, it's such a great honor to be serving the divinity within every single one of you guys. Just take your time. Just take a deep breath. Literally practice the pause. And even if you don't know, just know that you know. Because literally you are exactly where you need to be. Everything that has transpired to this point has gotten you to this point for a reason. So know the God that you serve more than anything. Because sometimes even when I hear about destiny swapping, y'all be pissing me off for real. Because it's who's destiny swapping? What kind of God do you serve? Seriously, do you know yourself? Are you okay? Because you mean to tell me that men can just rewrite God's purpose for you, right? Let's stop being goofy with certain things. And also to my carbonated beings, gentle reminder is that you don't always constantly have to be in the lab cooking up shit. You know what I'm saying? The carbon in your skin already is the activator, the activation that you need. So start learning how to speak your reality and, what you want to experience into existence, because whatever it is that you're saying holds even more weight as Mère de la Création, meaning mother of all creation. So let's not pretend like the 9 ether beings are not the blueprint to this reality. Straight up, there is not a thing that does not have carbon. And carbon is a direct reflection of the sun. So make sure you know who you are and move accordingly. So overall, all in all, I love y'all, and I'm just popping off. And I'm just running down like a spirit has been trying to hold me has been holding me accountable actually, and has been girl, if you don't get out this message, we're gonna whoop your ass. So I'm just here, y'all. Just know that you're righteously in the right moment, and know who you are, seriously. And when it comes on a healing, really you're just remembering who you are at the core, because you've always been whole, right? So you really don't need to heal anything of you, because you are imperfectly perfect. What has tainted who you are is just society and the matrix and all these weird low vibrational crap that goes on. But in all reality, you are made in the image of the creator. So if the creator's righteous divinity is within you, so where is the fault? Where is the flaw, right? So I think we must learn how to disengage and disassociate ourselves with our experiences and the things that we have gone through, because we are not those things. So therefore, once you know who you are at the core, then you know that everything else is under your control. Literally. And by controlling everything else around you is simply by controlling yourself, because if you know, you know. Anyway, glory be to the Most High. As I said earlier, we are in the midst of integration. So really stay low, like Whitney Houston say. In that one thing, she was like, you better stay low and chill. Yeah. So stay out the way. Pray for those that come across your mind, you know. We're in the where we must integrate, and this transit is definitely lasting about August, mid-August type. You know what I mean? Like, listen, don't worry about the distractions and what's going on around. Just make sure that you focus on the reality that you're really trying to create, because the moment is now more than ever. And get your asses in the sun. Make sure you take about half an hour every single day and just meditate as electromagnetic beings. You know, charge up. That's how you charge up your battery. I mean, your body. Same thing, though. You know what I mean? Whatever. So yeah. Yeah. Woo woo. Yes. What else, Lord? What else? Yeah, I'm just grateful. Like I said, I'm beyond grateful. And yeah, this had to get out. You know. We are in the midst of a transit, y'all. Shit is not feeling like what you have experienced even yesterday, and you are okay. You are not losing your mind. Just breathe and stay grounded as much as you can, and not try to react, but rather try to respond. And if anything, in this, what this season is asking you is to do everything that you have, like do the opposite of everything that you have done till this point. So if you have been an angry, nasty little thing most of your experience, you need to dive deeper within love and all that is good even more in this phase, because the scales have tilt. So there isn't much that you really can do to get away. So really this season is asking us to face what we have always been running from, if you have been running. And if you haven't been running, then you are being asked to be the light and the guide for those that are on the way, without judgment either, because you don't know it all. Even though you might feel like you do, but you don't. You know, because these students shall be teachers one day as well. And all teachers in this day and age also know that we were once students and will always be students. You're always forever both. Anyways, now I'm just running my mouth. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. And I will see you sooner than later. We're going to dive into other stuff. But I really just had to present myself here before the Most High and before every single one of you guys to let y'all know once again it's an honor to deeply be serving you. I'm here whenever you need me. Just holla at me if you need a sacred space. Just make sure you also subscribe to YouTube, because I'm definitely planning on you know, we're not going woo. So just make sure you subscribe to YouTube as well. And if you want to see like other aspects of my creativity, I am .harmony is my Instagram. So, and it's harmony with the IE and not a Y. So just make sure that you tune into that as well, y'all. But yeah, I'm going to continue to enjoy my evening, and my food is going to be here soon, and I'm excited to feed my temple just a bunch of goodness. So to God be the glory. And yeah, y'all, just you good, you're in control, stay focused, stay grounded, and don't worry about mastering the art of ascension right now. In order to ascend, you actually want to measure the art of grounding. So the only way that you can truly ascend is if you know how to ground properly without faking the funk, right? So a lot of us, we just want to feel good instantly without really putting in the work. It takes time, yo. But that shit is so beautiful and it's so worth it. I'm telling you, oh my God. You'll be amazed at what you can do. I have whole faith in you because I know what you're capable of doing, simply because of the things that I had to do. So we'll talk sooner than later. And yeah, hopefully there was something in here for you today. I love you. Mwah.